Hello and welcome to Robin's Fanatics TV with me, AJ. Today reporting on the Isthmian League Premier Division fixture between Carshalton Athletic and Hastings United. As far as the league table stands, Carshalton Athletic are currently sitting in 8th place and Hastings United are currently a couple of places above us in 6th. And Hastings are also on a 5-match winning streak as well, so it's always going to be a tough game for the Robins. But Bognor Regis came with us a couple of weeks ago with a run like that, and we ended that as well. So hopefully, we have more of the same. As for team changes, there's just one change in the starting lineup from the disappointing defeat at Wingate and Finchley. Alex Akrofi comes in for Calvin Expedita. Unfortunately found out news this week that we've lost centre-back Arthur Lee for the rest of the season with a fractured wrist. So that's going to stretch an already thin squad as it is, unless we can get another centre-back in, which I think is doubtful. So, yeah, we'll just have to cope with it. Last results for the teams. Wingate and Finchley 3, Carshalton Athletic 0 in midweek. After that disappointing second half collapse up in North London. And Hastings themselves played midweek and won 2-0 at home to Bowes and Pitsea. Bowes and Pitsea to Hastings on a Tuesday night. Ooh, that's a journey and a half. But anyway, we've played each other at the Pilot Fields, Hastings, early this season, and Hastings came through with a 1-0 victory. The last time the clubs played at Carshalton Avenue was actually about 5 years ago. Because Hastings had just come up has been promoted from the Isthmian Southeast League last season. So that game finished in a 1-1 draw with the legend that it is Mikel Miller being the goal scorer for the Robins that day. So yeah, that was a good point. As for the game itself, Carshalton recovered and put the disappointment of Tuesday's defeat quickly behind them. Played well and took the lead on 27 minutes. Femi Akinwande headed in of his first goal for a little while after a lovely cross from the right hand side to make it 1-0 to the Robins. And Carshalton continued to pile on the pressure, and that literally 6 minutes later, the Robins doubled their lead. Bradley Williams, this time the goal scorer for Carshalton Athletic, fired in, but it took a couple of deflections. But it's been credited to Williams, but definitely took a couple of deflections and went in to make it 2-0 to the Robins. So good first half, and that's how it stayed until half time. Half time, Carshalton Athletic 2, Hastings United 0. So that's good. Good refresh from Tuesday. Second half was a more even affair. We did actually find a third goal, but unfortunately it was rolled off for offside, which seemed a bit of a strange one from where we were. I mean, the linesman flagged really, really late for it. And two, I think it was Ollie Cook that headed the ball back to the player who fired it home. So yes, it would have been Mackenzie's first goal for the club as well, but was rather harshly ruled out. Those were jangling near the end when the referee awarded Hastings a penalty, but it was like in the 94th minute. Again, that was very questionable as well. The penalty went like this. Shots coming from the right-hand side. Defenders in the way with his arms strictly to his side, no movement. It hit at pace, really hitting him hard. He's blocked it with his hand. The hand was down by his side. There's nothing he could have done about it. It's not like he had his hand stretched out or up there or anything like that. His hand was down the side and hit him on the hand. Referee saw that as a deliberate handball. I mean, through with cutting his arm off and not hitting it. I don't know what he could have done about that. That was a ridiculous decision. But there it was given. So, penalty to Hastings. And Dixon fired the penalty home to make it 2-1. But it was just a consolation, really. I mean, it was about 95th minute of the game, so it was really too little too late, thankfully, for the Robins. And, so the Robins held out for a very good home win. We seem to be playing very well at home this season. Away form's not so great, but at home we seem to be getting the points, especially on Monday nights. I don't think we're unbeaten at home on Monday nights, but I don't think we've got any left of those this season, which is a shame. But yeah, so yeah, that was it. That put an end to Hastings' 5-match winning streak by the Robins. So that was good, and yeah, both that closed the gap on the playoffs. Now Carshalton Athletic is still 8th, but we're just like 2 points off 5th now. So a win, a couple of wins, a couple of defeats, we can see the Robins back in the playoffs. The only thing that's going to let us down in the end of that is our goal difference, because our goal difference is just +1, and our goal difference is between +15 and +25. So it's probably worth another point. But anyway, if we can get the points and not have to worry about the goal difference, that would be good. So yeah, next up for the Robins is another tough fixture, this time away to newly promoted Averley. Yeah, at the really nice new ground next Saturday. So looking forward to that one. Last time we went there, so I can remember this without looking at notes, we lost 3-0 in the FA Cup game. Was it FA Trophy? One of the two. Anyway, we had the 3-3 draw at home. God knows how we managed to do that, because we were awful, but we managed to scrape a 3-3 draw. Took us to the replay at Averley on Monday night, and they calmly put us down 3-0. But yeah, hopefully it won't be like that again. But it's going to be a tough game, because Averley are another club that's up there or thereabouts fighting for a playoff position. So, but like I said, they've got a really nice ground. They've got a lovely good 3G pitch like the Robins. So we can't use a bad pitch as an excuse. So yeah, that's it for the Carshalton. It's finished Carshalton Athletic 2, Hastings United 1. Next up from me, obviously I'll be at the Averley game next Saturday, but I've got a couple of games lined up this week, which I might do vlogs from. Monday night I'm going to watch Merstham versus Chipstead, and on Tuesday Tooting and Mitcham versus Walton and Hersham, which could potentially be a bit of a goal feast, because Tooting were bottom and Walton and Hersham are like second, so it could be an interesting one. So I'll probably do a vlog. We'll do vlogs from both of them, put them on later on in the week. But yeah, that's it from me. Again, thank you for watching. And I keep saying this. I know, unfortunately, the home vlogs Carshalton are just me in my spare room or my front room doing it from there. But unfortunately, I'm still not allowed to film in the ground, which it is what it is. I know I bring it up every time, but it's just a shame, as Robins TV is now defunct. But it is what it is. Just got to get on with it. Hope you enjoy listening to me rambling on about Robins games, and I will be back next week at some point with another game for you. So again, thank you for watching. Have a good week, and I'll see you soon. Ta-ra.